little bastard! Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
Oh, man. Okay, what's up, everybody? Good to see you. This is the Legal Mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire. Boomer at law. I literally ran the entire intro. I was playing like the 30-second intro. I played a bunch of clips, and I started talking, and then I realized, why is nobody responding? And I'm looking, and they're like, he hates us. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm starting. And I realized you need to hit go live. Go live is necessary for streams to start. So anyways, we're live now. Hey, how's it going? Professional streamer here. And good to see everybody in the chat. What's up, Junie? I see Legal Vices. A lot of people in the chat. Good to see you. Also, shout out to all the members. It's Tot, Carlos, it's Samonite, Isa, Care, Kyle, Dim the Lamp, Doug Diaz. Thank you so much for it. Halogen. Yeah, Boomer, Late, Scuff. You get it all today. Today we get a double. Japanese Demon Lord Lucifer said, hopefully while in Korean jail, Johnny will have a hot dog thrown down his back hallway if you get my drift. And I'm hoping it's a foot long too. Yeah, he's gonna have some problems. And we're gonna talk today, not just about the saga, but how he can have his US passport revoked, which I don't think many people have talked about. And I want to get into that today, but we'll obviously give you some background and show you a little bit about that as well. So that's kind of an interesting kind of lead up here and how all of this bullshit that he's done could lead to his passport being revoked. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it can be done. Doug Diaz for 5 Legal Mindset memberships. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Let me get into this. Brandon Hunt says, Boomer and Golden Shower incoming. Yeah. So guys, today I have activated the goal. It's a new thing that YouTube has set up. And I guess with these goals, you can set a certain amount of super chats of a certain color. And if a certain amount come in of a color or above, it hits the goal, right? So my goal today is if we get within the stream to 20 yellows or above. So if we get golden shower status, I'm going to do somehow either a pre-recorded or a live, depending on my setup. I'm going to do a mukbang stream, or the best I can do, the closest I can do for a mukbang stream here in Korea while I'm here. So that'll be kind of the goal here for today, right? Because I know people used to ask me to do that all the time. So I know it's a highly demanded thing. So we'll try to get that going here with the super chats. And I set the goal of 20, right? And we're already at quite a few. We're already at 7 out of 20. We're already halfway there. So JP for 10 says, hey, look, the color of pineapple I put on my pizza. Get triggered.
No. Wait.
Tatsumi says, gotta give the golden showers the super for the scuff. Thank you, Tatsumi. Napoleon, Johnamite, Mugen. Oh, what's up? Yeah, and I was in Mugen's channel last night. It actually reminds me. I was watching him play, I think, A Quiet Place. Really, really good playthrough there. We had a good conversation. But anyways, Legal Late Set also didn't have a legal battle between Niji and FalseEyed on my bingo card for 2025. Yeah, and I'm going to talk to you about that later. That's the second half of the show. First half is Johnny Somali. Second half is Niji versus False. And not just False. Now, I'm going to explain to you why I think False is going to be the first one they come for and the first one they try to silence of the foreign people, but it's also other folks. It's folks like, people who are covering stuff. I mean, they might come for my girl Rima, Based Horse girl Rima. They might try to come for me, right? They might try to come for other people, Kyo, other people that have covered these issues because of the tone that they're setting and the aggressiveness with which they want to come forward. And also because of the reports of the Niji sisters, the Fujos. They are real mad. Their Vox Tengas are malfunctioning right now. Big Daddy Land for $9.99 says, golden shower, baby.
No, don't do it. No.
Thank you, though. Einhander says, I cast the first drop in pre-chat, but F it. I'm a double down. Thank you, Einhander. For Fred, for 10 says, it doesn't feel good setting this while Andrew is talking. Might get where he doesn't. Oh, no. Oh, someone in the chat said Mudang goal. Okay, when I am back in Thailand, I will do a Mudang goal for like Andrew visits Mudang, and maybe I'll do like I'll try to do a live there, or I'll at least pre-record it, because sometimes the connection isn't good enough for live. But that would be really fun, of like Andrew visiting Mudang. That would be really nice. That's an idea that came up in the locals, right? That came up in the locals. And of course, over here in the locals, speaking of which, you have nothing but degeneracy. You've already got the meme that is kind of made its way across the mindset web. And that's kind of been the theme for the past couple days. Marksman says they played his video in front of Parliament. Cooked. Yeah, he's extremely fucked. Sigrid says, late. What do we even pay for? Hey, I give you quality content. You know what I give you guys? Hold on. And I give you guys what you want. I give you guys what you want, including this, which I've got to download and make this into a clip that I can play. Just the shocked Pakora. The shocked Pakora is fucking great there. I am downloading that and saving that as like, that is perfect. That's so perfect. That's what you pay for, guys. That's what you get here on the Legal Mindset. Junie says Twitch just announced a politics label under their S label. They hate VTubers and free speech. Yeah, and they're going to be silencing more and more people. I think Twitch eventually is going to run into some really big issues, especially when they piss off the wrong people. It's not going to be because they discriminate against all VTubers. It's going to be because they hit somebody big or they fuck up big. I think one of the fuck ups they run the risk of is, especially with a lot of the stuff they have been encouraging with Hassan, is they do have a risk of getting regulated even under terrorism statutes if they are bringing people on and then those people subsequently do something like hijack an oil tanker, right? There's a lot of liability there, or potential liability there. My laundry just finished. The one thing I love about Asian laundry machines is they have like cute little jingles when they finish. So I'm like hearing the jingle in the background. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the jingle? It's so cute. It's adorable. But it may be off the mic. All right. So Sean for 10 says, if you ever do the Mudang girl, you will have to let our favorite horse girl know. She's obsessed with Mudang. Everybody should be obsessed with Mudang. Mudang is life. Mudang is everything, right? That baby hippo is everything. Appreciate it. Barry Bruiser said people should use the guy's publicly available real name, Ramzi Khalid Ismail. Let him own his stupidity and his actions associated with the real name instead of his preferred alias, Johnny Somali. Yeah, exactly. And actually, a lot of the news agencies are reporting that. And the Korean news agencies, which are super based, are actually, some of them have reported that directly. Emperor Creatine said, did you see Trump roasting Mark Cuban on Twitter? The mean tweets are officially back, and I love it. No, I have not. I really haven't. I've been really busy, so I've been limited on what I've focused on. But I'll maybe look at that in the future. I love to see it. Mark Cuban has some horrible takes. BG Corporation says, Andrew Scuff's as bad as Monarch VTuber. Damn. And
they're still fucking nerds.
Alpire Ava said, base stream already. Can't believe Niji's really going after false. Assume it's for defamation. Johnny Somali getting wrecked was not surprising. South Korea don't play. Do not fuck with Korea, right? I think he made the wrong choice by coming to Korea and fucking with Korea. The one thing you don't want to fuck with is the nationalism of Korea. You start coming here to fuck with that. Whoever advised him to do that, horrible, horrible idea. All right. So in case you don't know about Johnny Somali, we're gonna start with him and start with the story. Johnny Somali is what you would refer to as a nuisance streamer. So that's a person who goes from place to place, causing an issue and trying to start stuff for clout, right? And there's a bunch of people like this. He's not the only one. In fact, there's people that have been tracking these types of streamers, and they're actually following them and recording their activities, because a lot of these streamers have actually committed crimes in other in other jurisdictions. They've actually done stuff like one of them publicly sexually assaulted a woman in Japan. Other ones have really questionable stuff. Some of them are potential PDFs, right? There's a lot of really bad people that are in that space of nuisance streaming. And mind you, they often are afraid to go back to the countries they visit. So it's not like these people are ever welcome there again. Remember, Johnny Somali, and we're going to get into it, he's pretty much banned from Japan. I wouldn't doubt if he's effectively banned from Thailand, right? Because of the shit he did in Thailand, and the Thais aren't happy with him either. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's not banned from there. And now he's locked down in Korea. Yes, he has not left Korea, right? Despite what people have said or jokes or whatever, he's still in Korea. He's locked down. And we're going to talk about his idiotic plan to escape Korea that is literally 39 IQ. I mean, his plan to escape Korea, it's like it was made up by a
monkey とかさ
absolutely idiotic. So we're going to get into that. Nick Atkins says, lock Johnny up in a broke down palace style prison for 20 years and send him back. That's Thailand, right? That's Klong Prem in Thailand. If he got arrested in Thailand, he would be fucked. He would be fucked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I think I can't show that image. Local sends me images and and I cannot show them. I cannot show them live. Speaking of the golden goal, we are 15 out of 20 to the legal mukbang. We're almost there already. Jesus Christ, we're almost to the mukbang. Thank you so much, guys. Holy shit. Shora says, so tell us how reverse deportation for Johnny Malin is going to work. And finally, golden show, motherfucker. Thank you. Jackal says, saludos, viejo. What's up, brother? Says Somali has the devil's luck. Been able to get away with criminal harassment to an outstanding degree, but his luck's run out. Made Korean Bubba prolapse his kimchi expulsion unit. He made a mistake of fucking with Korea. There are Koreans all over the world, and they are super nationalistic, right? It's not the same as Japan. It's not the same as other countries. Fucking with Korea. These motherfuckers are on the rooftops, motherfucker. They're not going to take this shit, right? Like, they're not going to sit down and take this shit, particularly from him. And the fact is, he got taken out, and we're going to show the video, by a SEAL, by a Korean SEAL, a UDT team, right? That's essentially the Navy SEALs of Korea. And this guy did not give a fuck. He was hunting him. He was coming for him. He fucking punched him right in the face in front of police, was arrested, and let go. He's actually free now. And the second he went live, this guy was a national hero. He was just absolutely showered in donations, showered in money, people supporting him. You know, there's a legal defense fund for anybody that goes after him. So there's no way at this point, Johnny Somali is like a loot goblin running around South Korea, and anybody who busts him up is, you know, getting clout and support of Koreans because he's pissed off the nation at this point, right? It's not even a small thing. It's a big thing. Ted Park for 10 Canadian says, I think Koreans may not be very tolerant of Johnny Somali's behavior, and they may give him an attitude adjustment. Yeah, especially average Koreans. The police protection is honestly so it doesn't get fucking killed, because there are people that are out there and that will fucking kill him, right? Like, straight up. Not even a joke. If Johnny keeps it up, he's going to get unalived. And there are rumors, Pepita, Deadbeat, Chumbucket, Bucko, Jamstone, Snackfen, DOT, member for 5 months. There are rumors that there's a bounty out there for his liver, right? That there is a bounty out there for someone to yeet him, to delete him, and take his liver, right? In the criminal underworld, right? To do that. So if that is true, he better fucking pray the police stay around him. He better fucking pray. This was the wrong country to come and fuck around. The wrong country. With the country I'm in right now, by the way, I'm in Korea. Right. And guess what? I don't do fuck around. In Legal Vices, who was in the chat, who lives here, he doesn't fuck around with Koreans. Right. This is basic common sense. And that's one thing to people, you know, the difference between expats and people that are just these joke tourists. Right. You don't see us doing any of this shit. We're not doing any of this retarded stuff. We live here with no problems. I've been in Korea. This is like the 4th year. I mean, you know, I lived full time in Korea for a long time. I'm in Thailand, but I am planning on spending a lot more time in Korea going forward in the future, a lot more time. So, you know, going on now of almost 4 years of being in Korea a lot, and I haven't had any problems because I know how to play the game, and the rules I can bend, right? Because they're small rules. You know, like, for example, if I cross a street that's a very small street and it's in the middle of nowhere and the light is still red and I cross the street quickly, okay, it's a little bit of taboo, right? But I'm not going to get thrown in jail for that, right? That's a bending of the rule versus hey, I'm being rude, I'm yelling, I'm dumping ramen out in a shop, I'm yelling and spilling stuff everywhere. You know, I'm kissing the comfort woman statue, which is literally a statue dedicated to the Korean women that were stolen and used as sex workers by the Japanese soldiers. That's fucking retarded, right? And that's extraordinarily disrespectful to the entire country, right? Extraordinary. Andrew plays StarCraft. Yes, I did play StarCraft. Yes, I played a lot of StarCraft, but I was on a 56K modem, so I would always get booted because I was lagging too much. But yeah, don't do dumb shit. He's been there for 36 years. Legal Vices has been here for 36 years. And let me tell you what, Legal Vices, I'm going to say Legal Vices in a day. This motherfucker has some fun. It's not like he's out here being boring. Legal Vices does a lot of shit, right? And he knows exactly what he can get away with and not get away with. He knows exactly what to do and not to do. And this guy's having a great time. He's living his fucking best life in Korea, right? He's been here for 36 years and has zero problems, right? How is that, right? Because he knows, right? Also helps he speaks fluent Korean, but you know, beyond that, he knows. Ryan for another 10. Where are we at? Did we hit the goal? Did we hit the goal? Oh, we're almost there. 3 more to the goal. 3 more to the goal. We're there. We're there. Oh, 3 more to the goal. We're so close. So close. The golden showers must commence.
Yes.
Tatsumi says for 10 pounds, the only place worse to get drug charges is my home country of Malaysia with obligatory death penalty. There's a lot of Asian countries that way. I mean, even in Thailand, for example, if you were to be like smuggling in like mass amounts of cocaine or heroin, like it's not going to end well for you. Just because marijuana is legal doesn't mean that, you know, heroin or whatever else is okay. Or, you know, Singapore or Indonesia. It's not going to go well for you in Asia with drug stuff. And we're going to talk about that because he's facing drug use charges, right? Anthony says, oh no, that'd be such a tragedy. I had fun for a week. I was in Korea, except a dart in the leg. A dart in the leg. How drunk were you? Alpha O said, did you hear that Section 230 protections for various platforms will be rescinded? Will Twitch be affected? I forgot if you talked about it. I have not. I did not hear about that. I'm going to have to do some research on this, buddy, because I haven't heard about this. If you have an article or something to share, let me know, because I have not heard this. King Conda said, let the rain begin. And then Einhanda said, I cast the first drop and now the last. Let's make it rain. That ain't lemonade, motherfucker.
And they're still fucking nerds.
Thank you. But actually, Nicholas Atkins was the last one. Nicholas Atkins was the one that made it hit 20. So in a few months from now, there will be an episode on Rotten Mango's channel titled The Rise, Fall, and Organ Harvesting of Johnny Somali. What the fuck? Holy shit. But Voldemort coming over the top with 21. We're legal to drink in the U.S. Golden showers here. In 1994, a court in Singapore sentenced an American teenager, Michael Fay, to be lashed 6 times with a cane for violating the vandalism act. Damn. But thank you so much for getting us to the goal.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Thank you guys for that. Really appreciate that. We're going to be doing the legal mukbang stream while I'm here in Korea. It may be pre-recorded or live. I'll see which way I can do it. But I really look forward to doing that for you guys here today, guys. So appreciate that for your support of the channel and for so generously showering me in gold. I mean, I would say I enjoyed it, but that wouldn't be the level to which I enjoyed it.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
All right. Also, last Bald Eagle says, sorry I'm late, was finishing JD's interview with Rogan. Has Somali and Somali Jr. been taken care of? Yes. Yes. Also, everyone involved, including the underworld, want you dead. You done fucked up. Yep. So let's start with this video here today. In case you guys don't know, this is a compilation of Johnny Somali getting beat up in various countries. So some of you may lack this background. So let us go through this compilation, which is very, very, very nice, of Johnny being beaten the fuck up. Also, real quick, Natasha says, stuff that pretty mouth. Natasha.
Disgusting.
Oh boy. Okay, let's play this.
Shit, if I go back in time, whoa, 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 nigga, no, whoa,
Thank you to another one.
come on. I have to say, don't grab nothing. Come on, chill. Hey. Oh, fuck. Day one. Yo, where you running up? Yo.
Trust me, Johnny's. Go to Johnny's there. We're having a good time.
Shit, if I go.
Good stuff. And that's not including the latest one. Okay. There's even more than that. By the way, we're going to be demonetized for this, but I don't care because we've already gotten the golden shower. But number two, it's fucking worth it. Fuck you, Johnny Somali. Right. I do not care if I'm demonetized for that. Right. The Pilgrim said, will Nick get more than 10 years? No, Nick Rekieta is not getting 10 years in jail. No, Pilgrim Media. Elpire Ava said, I'm only doing this because I have to mention you reached the goal before it hit the 20-minute mark. Great job. Thank you, everybody. And that's because the only reason why that happened, is because this chat is 100% part of the
Hello, base department.
It's all base department here at the Legal Mindset. Thank you so much for that. All right. And you guys are degenerate as fuck, and you just want to see me covered in yellow. I get it. Farquhar says, Johnny Somali fighting around the world. Indeed. Invader Tot says, Johnny's lucky the IDF soldier didn't drop him. He's lucky he didn't get shot in Israel. Shot. All right. So that was a little bit of the background there. But let's get into how he got fucked up in Seoul. And this is from the actual, this is from English language Korean news. So I just want to point out here that he's pissed off. He's pissed off like enough people that he's making the news in Korea, right? And I'm going to show you guys the Korean news covering him. This is not just, it's not just like locals. It's not just Westerners. The Koreans are covering this, and it's getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views in the aggregate, right? Because they are not happy with this at all. This is English language Korean news, Korean now.
What is Odiga?
By the way, Odiga means where are you going? So this is the guy who, the former SEAL, who's asking him Odiga. And like he was actually following him for a while. And he's like, Odiga, which is like, where are you going, Johnny? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where the fuck you going, Johnny? Right? And of course, he's too fucking ignorant to know even a drop of Korean. Right? And once again, I do not know Korean. I know a couple words, right? I survive. But motherfucker doesn't even know what's going on here and doesn't know what's about to happen to him.
Yo. Somali, say something. Somali, say. Say.
American life streamer who has caused an uproar in South Korea smiles without a care in the world.
Watch this.
Somali.
Watch this.
어디가? 어디가?
A local YouTuber has tracked down Somali and in the middle of the street assaults him with his fist.
And the police were right there. So he did it. He actually could have punched him inside because the police were not inside. He could have punched him in the building and it would have been like more hidden. He chose to punch him right in front of the police. This man had giant fucking balls. He did it proudly. He was arrested proudly for taking out Johnny Somali, right? He wanted to do it. in front of police, because at this point he's getting spawn camped like a fucking loot goblin and people are just taking him out. And I'm going to show you other video where where essentially the Korean police, they had to move him. And when they moved him, the streamers that were camping him were mad because they moved his location because they couldn't take him out, right? At this point, wherever this motherfucker goes, people are spawn camping him because it's very easy in Korea with all the CCTVs and all the signs and everything else. If in his streams, if they see one little bit of information, they'll know exactly where he is, right? Exactly where he is. I mean, I'll put it this way. I showed my, I sent a Korean my location with a little blue dot on a map, and they figured out exactly what building I was in, like easily. Even though there's like a dozen buildings around here, they're like, oh, this building, right? Like it's very, very easy to figure out where you're at. Very, very easy. And these people are on top of it, right? They know this. A lot of them are streamers. The Korean streamers, they do walking streams, and they're in these areas. They know the places. They know where people stay. So, you know, this guy was not going to get away. Casilda Bowen says, for 10, demonetize me, baby. Thank you very much. And Boomer with 5 legal mindset memberships. Thank you so much. Let's give the people what they want. Let's give the people what they want.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh, yeah.
Anthony for 5 says, hope he tries to take a North Carolina propaganda poster. We're going to talk about, North Carolina, the North Korea of the Carolinas. I love North Carolina. North Carolinians, listen, raise up, shirt off like a helicopter. I love it. I lived there for years. Lumi Angler says, when Johnny was bitching about Koreans saying the N-word, the guys weren't saying that, not like you would know. They were saying niga, which means you. Yes, that means you, right? It means you in Korean. So the video I posted on my Twitter, I was seeing who is ignorant and who is not, because in Korean, it just means you, right? So that word means you. It doesn't mean a racial slur, right? It's just you. It means you, right? That's how you say you, right? So it's not a slur. It's just the Korean language, right? The Korean language is not a slur. Careful, the bot doesn't know that. Whatever. We're already demonetized, people. We're already demonetized, right? And you just have to separate them, right? Say it very slowly. Ni, and then take a little pause, take a little deep breath. Ga, right? And just separate it a little bit, right? Separate a little bit. Yeah, get it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, my people getting it over here. But he's too literally
Fighting monkey.
does not know any Korean. Okay? And I say that based on his IQ, by the way. It's purely an IQ comment. Kigori's Hideout, welcome as a member. KS, welcome as a member. Thank you. TD Ferguson says, send a blue super chat next time. Sanitary. Thank you. I got to wash off at this point. Thank you for the blues. They're helping me wash off the yellow. Thank you. Dead B Rat says, why is it so hard for people to be respectful? No, he intentionally planned to be disrespectful. I even may show you guys the clip where he was talking with this guy, I think Suspend Us, and they were planning how to be offensive. They were talking about how to be offensive. Lumi says, I've seen people are hoping Johnny goes to North Korea. I am the people. He said some stupid shit about supporting North Korea, which is wild. He wouldn't make it 2 seconds in North Korea. If you step out of line there, you're done. And they won't let him bring in all of his streaming equipment. So they will take your phone and they will give you a shitty one that's state sponsored, whatever, with like a shitty memory card. You can't be streaming from North Korea, right? Yeah. See, here we go. If you know Korean, right? The first 2 letters are ni, right? And then that little one that looks like a 7, that's a G, and the one with looks like kind of a line with the pokey thing in the middle, that's an A. So that'd be ni, and then the last part would be ga, right? That's the Korean language. I'm sorry if the Korean language is offensive to you, right? It's a language, right? Chaos Smash says, hopefully you contribute your fist to the hit list. I would have. Look, listen. To be honest, guys, I'm going to be real with you. And by the way, if I happen to see Johnny Somali, okay, I am counting on you guys to start my legal defense fund when I get locked up. But I will 100% take that shot at this point, because it would just be like, it would just be great. And like the Korean police would be like, okay, we have to arrest you, but like daps, you know, like daps at this point, you know. And not only that, but I do it just for Korea, right? Because Korea's been a good country to me, so fuck this guy, right? They've been a good country to me. South Korea's been very good to me. I have no problems with South Korea. I love South Korea. Love my time here. I love the people here. I mean, frankly, I would just do it for that. And because he's an American and he needs some fucking punishment, right? And if the judge, jury, and executioner is going to be legal mindset, it'll be legal mindset, right? The guy's 5'2". He's fucking done, okay? He's fucking done. Appoint Nick as your attorney? Yeah, no. I'll hire a real attorney. Hire a real attorney. Not a Barnes Walker either. Federal agent 47 for 5 Singapore. Should visit Singapore. It will go well for him. Yeah, no, he would not. He would not fuck around there. Ted Park says, yell Florida man for Korea when you hit him. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, trust me. I would make that go world star. Don't worry. Eric from 199 said, chances of triads getting involved with Johnny. There's already talks about it. Now, they're not triads here in Korea, but there is an underworld. Tatsubi says, some clean shower water for you to clean up. Thank you. Chaos Master says, Johnny is not the heel. He gets beaten by the heel. Indeed. Nick Atkins says, would you demonetize me? Demonetize me. Sorry, let me do it again. Would you demonetize me? Demonetize me so hard. There you go. That's for you, Nick. Wild Kate says, can the State Department revoke his citizenship? No, but they can revoke his passport. Malcolm for 5 says, JS is like a clout pinata. If you hit the pinata, the numbers go up. Indeed. But let's finish this video here and see what the rest of what they have to say.
Hey.
Somali sustained facial bruising. The YouTuber who attacked the American was arrested on the spot by police officers who had been called to the scene in advance.
So this is him here. And by the way, their faces are blurred because of Korean privacy laws. So that's why the faces are blurred. I know a lot of people are saying they're blurred because they're trying to like help the Koreans more. But Johnny's a foreigner, so he's not entitled to the same privacy rights. So they have to blur their faces versus the others. So that's why the Korean outlets will blur their faces. But there's video out there uncensored of this guy. This is Mr. A. I believe it's Yung Liang TV. I'll get it right in a second. But he's the former Korean Navy SEAL, UDT team guy who fucking went out there and did a national service by taking this motherfucker out, right? And look at that line. I'm going to take care of guys like Somali who come to Korea in the future. So this motherfucker is setting the line out there that he is not going to tolerate this shit and that Korea is not going to tolerate this shit. And once again, I'm not officially condoning violence, YouTube, right? However, objectively, this is a detriment to people. Meaning this is a deterrent, right? This is a deterrent which keeps people from activity. If there's punishment for your actions, you are deterred, right? That is the even behind basic criminal punishment. One of the reasons why we have legal criminal punishment is for deterrence, to stop other crimes. If you know that there will be consequences for your actions, you will not commit crimes. If the police are not going to do it, the people will do it. And there's a certain point in time, and this is very American, right? And this is the part I see simpatico between Korea and America, because we have these same kind of principles. It's like at a certain point, the American people take shit in their own hands, and the Korean people are very similar, right? There's a certain point in which they take shit in their own hands. They don't just sit around and take it, right? They don't sit around and take it. They fucking take shit into their own hands. And they're like, look, we're going to handle this. We're going to handle this our way, right? It's something I can identify with, right? So that is pretty fucking based. But I have to make the disclaimers for YouTube that I'm not officially condoning violence.
같은 애들 진짜 처리할 거니까 앞으로 대한민국에서 하지 마. 알겠지? 소말리. 야, 굿나잇 소말리. 굿나잇. 굿나잇.
Somali is escorted by police officers and gets into a patrol car.
Somali, say something. Somali, say. Say.
In his latest live broadcast, Somali, instead of apologizing for all the commotion he caused, actually upped the ante and intensified his mockery and belittling of Korea.
Japan number 1. Okay, Korea number 50, maybe, China number 1. America, Korea, Israel, Korea, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas ain't got nothing going on. Y'all niggas is weak as hell. Y'all Korean niggas is weak as
The YouTuber who danced lewdly before Sonyeosang Inc.
That's after you've been beat up, right? After you've been beat up, right? Yeah, thinking he's villain modeling. Exactly. Al Eagle says, come on, bro. This ship, welcome this ship back to Vietnam. My broomstick and slippers are ready. Bro, there's going to be, in Vietnam, this motherfucker's going to disappear in a fucking, this guy would disappear in Vietnam. Let me put it that way. Lumi says, what pisses me off the most is he faked hitting a harmony. Yes, which harmony is a word for grandmother, a Korean grandmother, right? Leave the Korean granny alone. She's being way too kind. Don't get me started on the comfort woman statue. Yeah, and this right here, that the scene right here, let me explain this. This is the comfort woman statue. This is a statue that is supposed to be for the women that were taken as part of the war, but mostly by the Japanese, right? And he went over and like pretty much pretended to sexually assault it, right? And, did all that stuff to it. Like naked here, doing all this to the statue. So he did this intentionally knowing he was going to piss people off, right? Tatsubi says, I found a Reddit thread in the Malaysian subreddit, and it was funny what people came up to deal with him if he came to Malaysia. Yeah, a lot of other Asian countries are like, don't even think about it because it's going to be fucking over. Rogue said for 2, Ken McElroy found out too back in the day as well. I don't remember that one, but I'll have to look it up. Let's play this.
Kissed the statue's lips, asked, am I going to be killed just because I danced with a metal statue, and then showed another statue that he may target. Such actions have infuriated many Koreans because the statue symbolizes all women, including girls, who were forced into sexual slavery by the Japanese military during World War II.
That's my next target. Where the can I find this one?
Related to his antics, charges have been filed against the American for assault and narcotics use. Somali, however, refuted all accusations leveled against him and said he is cooperating with South Korean police in regards to the assault and narcotics charges.
Police protection. You cannot touch me. This is a United States military base. I am American. America built this country.
Law enforcement.
Not true at all. That is totally not true. Not true at all, right? That is not true at all. If you think you're American and that's going to get you out of trouble here, that is fucking so false. It's not even close, right? Not even close. That is a wild misrepresentation. If anybody thinks they're American and they're going to get out of trouble in South Korea, that is fucking dumb. That is not at all the case at all. I've seen multiple people, and Jeff can speak to this, I'm sure, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but I've seen multiple Americans get arrested, get deported, get booked. It's not, you do not have immunity here because you're American. That's not at all the case. Now, if you're in the military, you are turned over and you do something wrong, you are turned over to the U.S. military. They have a SOFA here, a status of forces agreement, and that allows them to prosecute the military. And that is somewhat of a controversial issue. But that said, it's not like you're getting off scot-free. Nobody gets off scot-free, okay? Right? You don't have complete immunity. And that attitude is really provocative, and it's incorrect. Brian Dogue says, make it rain while catching up at 1.75x. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Chaos Smash says, sent the email that I punch you through throw. Oh, shit. Thank you, Chaos Smash. Wild Kate says, I don't think he was hit hard enough. He can talk smack, make him drink through the straw next time. Well, the police were right there. They were right there on him. So he didn't have time for much of a follow-up because the police were like on him right away. Shotgun Breakfast says, I want to see this dude go to Indonesia and end up canned for 6, 8, 10 hours straight. Yeah. Nathan Casty said there's only one black man can rock a head of blonde hair, and it's not Johnny. And he's finding that out in the Ireland of Asia. Yeah. Rogue said for 5, Ken McElroy was a menace. The community deleted him in broad daylight. Damn. To this day, that town never revealed who did it. Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around.
Enforcement authorities, meanwhile, stress that rumors about Somali getting police protection are not true. Somali, who may have been trying to get out of Korea so he can cause mischief somewhere else, will not be able to leave for some time, being as he will have to respond to allegations of criminal activities.
So Somali is claiming he's getting criminal protection. It's not criminal protection. He's being investigated for criminal charges, and the Parliament of Korea is doing an investigation of him. He is not free to leave. And we're going to talk about the plan his fucking 39 IQ chat came up with. Let me see if I'm going to pull it up real quick here. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, of his Discord coming up with a plan to try to help him get out of South Korea. And I want to give a shout out to Team FT, which really has been covering this issue for a while and been doing a really good job of it. But yeah, it's really sad to hear these people and how stupid they are and what plans they have, because they're just absolutely idiotic. Here it is. I found it. So here's his dumb fucking supporters, and this is before all this went down, before he was completely arrested. But they're trying to come up with a plan to help him escape from South Korea. This is one of the dumbest things ever. And yes, in his Discord, he calls himself Juni Somali. Yes, that's actually him, right? So that's him right there in his Discord. Yes, you can't make this shit up, right? You cannot make this shit up. EDMG7 says, how suspicious would it be for some mysterious reason he woke up on the other side of the border to the north? That's not how it works. It's more likely he'd end up like in a gutter or somewhere, or in an alleyway, unconscious and maybe not waking back up. That's more likely that he ends up in the north. But let's play this. This is their Ocean's 11 call on how they wanted to get him out. I swear to God, you can't make up how stupid these people are.
If you're going to leave, do not fly out of fucking Seoul, okay? If you're going to leave, take a cab from your hotel, literally, or wherever you're staying. Take a fucking cab and go somewhere out of the city to like a train area. Then take the train to either Jeju or Busan.
Okay, let's just talk. Let's stop there. This is already retarded. First of all cabs are tracked and monitored. Okay, Korea is not like, this is not Southeast Asia, and by the Southeast Asia, I'm not even talking about like advanced countries like Thailand or Singapore or Malaysia, even Kuala Lumpur, right? Or in some of the bigger places that are very advanced. This is not like Laos. This is not like Myanmar, right? Everything in Korea is largely digitized. There are CCTVs everywhere. Also, Jeju is an island. Jeju is an island. There is no train to Jeju. There is no train that goes over the water to a volcanic island. Jeju is like the Hawaii of Korea, right? So this person clearly has not even been to Korea. Second of all, if you went to a train area, trains are extraordinarily tracked. And there's going to be a bunch of people there that are going to be able to find out where you're at, right? And also, all of the airports, including Jeju, which, by the way, the number one most flight, this is a fun fact for you guys, fun facts, in the world, the number one high traffic route is the route between Seoul and Jeju. That is the most trafficked air route in the world. That's that single route between Seoul and Jeju. At least for several years. It may have changed, but that's, as far as I recall, that's the highest volume route. There's no way, because he's trying to blend in and have nobody see him. There's no way you go to Jeju and people don't see you. There's no way you go to Busan and you're hiding from people. Busan is the number 2 city in Korea. And the airports in Busan and Jeju are very advanced and just as full, if not more full sometimes, than even the airport in Seoul, because there's 2 airports in Seoul. There's Incheon and there's Gimpo, right? Gimpo is the old historic one, the former army base airport. where there's some international flights. There are more domestic, but there's a lot of international flights. And Incheon, where most of the major international airports are. But by the way, where is Johnny going to get his flight? Because here's the thing. Where can Johnny go? He can't go to Japan. He's blacklisted. He's not going to go back to Thailand. They'll fucking kill him, right? He's not going to go to a lot of the countries you guys mentioned because they might not even let him in. He's got to go back to America. He's defeated, right? And so the only way he's getting out is if they let him out. But let's let him finish here.
And catch a flight out of there where nobody fucking knows.
Lay low.
Surely catching a cab straight to like the international airport would be pretty safe. I can't imagine what do you think's going to happen there?
So they're saying it's safe to go to the airport. No, it's not. They will track you everywhere. The police, you're not going to hide from the police in Korea. Like they know exactly where you are if they want to track you. If they want to find you, they're going to find you. There's CCTVs literally everywhere.
I don't think, no way. At Incheon, no one's going to attack you at the airport. No way.
That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. If he's talking about streamers, they will absolutely do it. They punched him in front of the cops. You think they're going to stop because it's an airport? No way. They would fucking take him out. If he's trying to run from streamers, they will follow him to the airport and they'll punch him in the middle of the airport. They're way underestimating that. They are way underestimating that. I'd punch him in the airport. Just for clout. It'd be like the fucking like the Mario, like when you deliver the punch, the coins come out. Like the fucking coins come out of Somali at that point.
Dude, fuck man. Here's
like the
thing.
jumping punch.
I would catch it then if you're gonna leave out of Ichion, but definitely catch a cab, bro. Don't get on the fucking train.
Yeah, the train or the fucking bus. No, definitely not.
Oh yeah, sorry. Some of the chats. Falcon punch. Yeah, exactly. Like literally.
Uber or a cab, yeah. And then once you get to take an evening flight.
Oh, also, what's up, Mujin?
Leaves late.
Good to see you, bro.
Like 11 p.m. some shit like that, midnight, 1 a.m.
Absolutely. Yep, where nobody's gonna know. And then what you do is you go live when you get to a new country, and then rinse and repeat.
This is so stupid. You think the other countries are not smart? You think they're not paying attention? The thing is, this guy's going to get permanently blacklisted. He's also, literally on track to get killed, right? Literally on track to get killed. Mercenary for 10 says, happy Halloween, everyone. Should be at work, but I had to call in, slip and bruise my leg on concrete, got infected, and at least my leg no longer swollen and giving out kind of Half-Life 2, giving out candy with a Half-Life 2 head crab hat on. Hey, I fucking love the head crabs from Half-Life 2. But hey, man, hope you get better. Hope you recover. Sorry about that with your leg. Take care of yourself, brother. Make sure you take care of yourself because you got one life, and the one thing you can do is take care of your body, take care of your health. So do that, everybody. Please, thank you. Suki Tawdry, welcome as a new member. Lenmar says, hey, Andrew, one thing I don't understand is why the U.S. ambassadors were never summoned into the countries he did shit. I think they were, but it didn't rise to this level that it did today. But this is becoming an international incident because of what he did to the comfort woman, because of what he's saying, because of the provocations, because of his bans. And all of these things put together are why I think he can have his passport revoked. We'll get to that in 1 second. We're just going through more evidence. Artemis says the guy probably saw solo leveling once and knows all of Korea, bro. Eric says, why not ask him to run to the DMZ? That'd be hilarious, but they wouldn't even let him close to it. Razorgon said, just got here, so Somali's being chased. If he goes to Busan by train, he's going to be chased by zombie-like people. Yeah, it's going to be like Train to Busan, except for with streamers trying to beat him up for clout. CCP Tech says, airports have face recognition. Exactly. Dude, the immigration at Incheon Airport, the immigration is facial recognition. When you go in and out, they don't even, oftentimes, they don't even check your ID. You go in, they face scan you, and you walk out. Anybody who's been to Korea has seen this. It's like common, right? It just shows people that are super ignorant. And I don't think any of these little fucking nerds, right? And I'll use the Raketa. Hold on, where's the Raketa? We got to call in Rackets for this one. Come on, Rackets. What are they, Rackets?
And they're still fucking nerds.
Oh, that clip is going to live so long in infamy. These fucking nerds have never been to Korea or Japan or any of these countries. Hell, fucking Thailand has, and I love Thailand, by the way. I love Thailand. I spend a significant amount of time I live in Thailand. They have facial recognition now going in and out, right? So you think they don't know you're coming and going? This is not 1922, right? It's not on paper. Chairman Joe, welcome as a new member. Appreciate you. Sleazy says, I'll leave Johnny in the Pasig River. Yeah, fuck yeah. Randy H says, they're really using true Hollywood crime strats. Yep. Chinito for 2 Swiss francs says, it kind of makes me wonder what would happen in the Philippines. I don't know. It depends. If he goes out in the cut, if he goes out in like southern Philippines and shit on the islands, he could disappear for real. Chaos Mass says, Johnny's bringing ghetto to other countries, indeed. Mercenary says, what can I say? I need to work tomorrow. Brightside. There you go. Lumi says, there's a rumor of a 14-year-old gang member was sent to take Johnny out since no one under 14 and younger can be charged for murder. Yes. So apparently the criminal world has a bounty for his liver, and there's a worry that they're going to send out a person 14 or younger, 13, because there's no way to charge them with criminal charges. So if they fucking shank him, it's they'll walk. That's why the police are really covering him. He's got some real risk at this point, but he's under investigation. And the Koreans are smart. I think they're going to do this right. Can't believe Johnny challenged Korean 4chan. Yeah, he fucked up. Another for 5 says, I feel patriotic for Korea, a country I have zero connection to because of this. Yeah, and Koreans around the world are made proud by this. Don't fuck with Korean nationalism. These people are super proud, like Americans, and when you fuck with them and their nationalism, it's gonna backfire on you. Right? They're a very proud country. These people had to fight for their fucking existence. They were down to a corner of the country, and they had to fight back against the fucking communists, right? That destroyed their country, right? Absolutely ravaged it, right? And they had to push those commie fucks back north of the parallel, right? Don't fuck around with these people. They went to Vietnam, and these people were feared. Were absolutely feared in Vietnam, right? Don't fuck with the Koreans. Like, it's not LA rooftops. Don't fuck with them. It's stupid. Was this his public Discord for 10? I know trying to escape a country is quite the same thing, but it's on the level of, are you taking notes on a criminal conspiracy? Yeah, exactly. Beyond that, it's literally evasion of the police investigation. So he's told he can't leave. So this is him conspiring to break out from the police. Matt HTX43 says, if he goes to the U.S. Embassy to escape, would the police be able to extradite him? They're not going to shelter him at the U.S. Embassy. I don't know what you think the U.S. Embassy does, but they're not going to shelter him there. U.S. Embassy will not do that. Not in Korea. That's not going to work. They're going to just hand him back over to Korea. They would not do that. This is not like Assange and Ecuador. Mercenary X21 says, member rooftop Koreans in LA? I grew up with them. Yeah, don't fuck with them. And you know, people make these mistakes. But let's continue. Let's finish this stupidity.
But do not I would get the fuck out of
because there's no clout more to get in Korea. Like it's over. Like it's peaked. Yeah, like the only thing I can do is like go fucking do go do a terrorist attack. Like there's no way to.
So you can tell based on what he's saying why he's doing this. He's doing this for clout, right? So at this point, it's pretty much exposed why. I mean, we all knew this, right? But this just shows like why he's doing it and why he needs to be jailed, why his passport needs to be revoked, because he's going to keep trying to do this for clout, right? This is exactly why they do it.
Get more familiar.
Disavow.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But you need to think about this live stream today because you can just drag it on for like 5 hours. Like just get
just sit in my room.
Yeah.
A desktop stream, I guess. I've never done it before. I've never really done that, but fuck it.
But just like being like controversial and but I guess like YouTube, you don't want to lose your channel either, so you can't be like too provocative, I guess.
He's already lost his channel, right? He's already been struck down, lost his channel. He needs to fucking completely lose his channel, get demonetized. YouTube needs to never let him back on. I think it's still down. He was trying to appeal it. I think his YouTube channel's down. Chat, can you confirm? Is his YouTube channel still down? Can somebody check? Because I know he was trying to appeal it. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure it's still down. He just made a new one. It'll go down too. They're a third channel. Okay. But the other two are down. Yeah, he made another. Okay, but it's not going to be monetized, I imagine. He's going to have to keep doing it because they're going to keep reporting it. He's never going to fucking make it. Yeah, his alt accounts are going to get reported. He's going to get hit. Right? Wing Zero said Somali can't come back to the U.S. SoCal B's and C's united together and put a bounty on him. Probably the largest bounty for him so far. Yeah, he's going to be fucked when he comes back to the U.S. too. If you think that's going to, I mean, the U.S. might be more dangerous because they don't have CCTVs everywhere. In America, you know, number one, we have guns. And number two, there's no CCTVs. King Luigi, for one, thank you, brother. Renzo said, imagine Interpol up his ass if he's successful. Exactly. Azahara, what's up, brother? My degenerate brother. 2 Americans came here and messed around. One got beat up with a brick but ran. The second one's corpse appeared 2 days later. This is where Despacito was filmed. Bro, don't fuck around. Nathan for 499 says, seeing Johnny being beat up after talking smack is Justin Wan screaming, you gonna learn today! Welcome to the real world! Yeah. Noir said the only way he's getting out of this is if it's done like how the Nissan CEO got out of True Ban. Yeah, smuggled out. But that's not going to work in Korea. There's limited ports of exit, and it's not as easy to get out as Japan. Japan's actually a little bit easier.
Spot. I might show some of those comfort woman memes. I'll show some of those comfort woman memes they put in this Discord. I'll write Joel's someone needs to DM me Joel's address in the DM.
Well, you'll get banned for doxing.
Oh, I can't show address.
I don't think so. No,
yeah, you will get banned for doxing. Be careful.
Okay, then I won't show address.
Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, that's it for the stupid call, right? So that was them and their fucking 39 IQ planning. Obviously here, let me show you real quick. He was facing a police probe. This is from the Korean news. Once again, Korea Jung-an Daily, right? YouTuber Johnny Somali faces police probe in Korea over assault and drug use allegations. Now, mind you, assault and drug use, we're going to get that. So a complaint has been filed against Johnny Somali. So it's a criminal complaint known for his provocative content, including his activities prompting a police investigation. According to Korean police, Johnny Somali, whose real name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail, is accused of assault and drug use. He posted a picture of a building believing to be Incheon Airport, sparking rumors of an escape. They have confirmed he has not left the country. They took his passport. He cannot leave. Ishmael is facing backlash for performing offensive acts in public during his broadcast. He posts a picture of him kissing the Statue of Peace in Itaewon, Yongsan, which I'll be in Itaewon probably maybe tonight, but tomorrow for sure with Legal Vices, and doing a lewd dance in front of that monument. The statue represents tens of thousands of young women forced into sex slavery by the Japanese military during the 1910-1945 colonial rule. These wartime sexual slavery victims are euphemistically referred to as comfort women, right? So they were taken by the Japanese. He stated, let's head to the expletive comfort woman statue, and said he would like to put some baby oil on it. So that's a Diddy sex reference, and saying that he was going to perform a sex act on it, right? He also interviewed people around the university while displaying the flag of Imperial Japan. So he is blatantly fucking with Korea, right? In a very offensive way. Evan said, did you see them making it out of Korea, not majority injured? No, he's not out of Korea. He's still in Korea. He hasn't left. That's any reports that he's left are completely not true. He's still here. Mr. Mann says, let's say he gets his passport revoked. What happens then? Genuine question. So I'll get into the law. I'm going to lay some bases here. We got a little bit more facts. Then we're going to get into law on the passport revocation. But to answer your question quickly, what would happen is he would be issued a one-time use passport for the purposes of simply re-entering the U.S. He comes back to the U.S. and he's locked down. He's never allowed to leave again, right? His passport privileges are revoked. Chinito says the old saying is true. Fuck around and find out. Yep. Mercenary X21 says, mark my words, Johnny and all nuisance streamers will be the first to get deported off the planet. Just watch, everyone. He will get one hell of a U.S. welcome home. I'm sure he will. And I'm sure a lot of the Kyopo brothers, the Koreans in America, right, the ones I know, they don't fuck around, right? They're ready for him. Project Libertad says, did you see the signs the Japanese made against tourists that were breakdancing in public? Yeah, I showed that on my Twitter. If you want to see those, go to my Twitter. I have posted a lot of those. And I am in favor of the Japanese and the Koreans and anybody else who wants to regulate the streamers or who wants to make it so that they are not acting a fool in public. I'm pro that. Mercenary said, I hope the U.S. Marines give him a proper welcome home. Japanese Demon Lord Abara Lucifer said, is that Jongsan, aka the barracks? Yes, but there's no base there anymore. It's empty. They've moved out. That's going to be turned into a big public park. It's going to be redone. The whole base in the center of Seoul. So yes, Yongsan is done. It really, as a U.S. base, it's now in Pyeongtaek, which is a city that's kind of further away. Bald Eagle says, Mindset, can you and Vices get a bouquet of flowers and lay them on the monument and pay my respects? Try to restore some semblance of balance in the U.S. Sure. You know what? I'll do that. I'll do that. I don't know whether Vices wants to go with me or not. I'm going to be in Itaewon tomorrow. I will try to go and do that. Actually, yes. So I'll see if I can do that tomorrow. Right. So that's actually a really good thing. Thank you for that. That's a good idea. I mean, I'll try to do that tomorrow. Right. I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. If I can't do it tomorrow, I'll try to do it Sunday. Okay. Cool. Yeah, because I mean, look, I've always been respectful for this country. I'm extremely thankful for this country. This country's only done good things for me. It's only done nice things for me. The people of Korea have been amazing. I've had a great time here. I respect this country a lot. I like this country a lot, right? There's pros and cons to every country. Korea is not perfect. Korea has problems. So does the US, so does Japan, so does Thailand, so does Indonesia, so does Vietnam. Every country has problems. But there's a lot to love about this country, and there's a lot to respect, and there's a lot of commonality with America, and America's relationship here is one of brotherhood and partnership, right, with Korea. Crimson Spot said for the flower fund. Thank you so much. I thank you. It's a great idea. Thank you so much for that. I'll definitely go and do that tomorrow for sure. Will said 5 more for the bouquet. Thank you. I'll get a big one. It'll be a big one. Okay. Casual Ace says Somali needs to lose that All-American patch. Hell yeah. I hope you can bring up the video I sent you. I got a lot of video to show Chaos Match. So let me see if I have time. I don't know how long it is, but let's see. You sent me a 2-minute video, bro. That's a little long, but if I have time at the end, I'll play it. How about that? Chip it in for the flowers. Thank you so much, Wing Zero. Appreciate you. Yeah, definitely will try to go tomorrow or Sunday. Giga Twin says, question, do you think Johnny's behavior is the result of the modern day privilege of a civilized age? If so, then Conan the Barbarian was right about civilization, encouraging overtly rude behavior in their people towards others. Yeah. I think we've lost our civility. I think we've lost our morality and civility. We've lost our sense of community, right? We should be more respectful to each other and to the world. And once again, it's not about being soft and sensitive, right? It's being respectful. There's a lot to respect about other people, other cultures and places, and not in some sort of DEI bullshit way, in a real way, right? There's a real fucking based way to respect what other countries have done, right? Without being patronizing, without making them infants, without saying they can't protect themselves. Koreans are very able to protect themselves. They don't need us to protect them, right? They don't need us to protect them. But it does help when we sympathize and empathize and understand where they're coming from and their point of view, right? They're essentially the Poland of Asia, right? They've been constantly invaded and conquered and colonized by multiple people over time. Right? Multiple people over time. Thank you so much, guys. By the way, Sleazy, $50 for flowers. Mr. Man, $50 for flowers. I'm guys, thank you so much. In all seriousness, I don't even want to play a clip about this because I don't want people to think I'm joking. I really appreciate that. I will definitely be going tomorrow for sure, 100% to do that. And also, Itsumo Knight says, look up the Korean flower language. Yeah, I will look that up. I know that Legal Vices is very very astute in that, but there's like different meanings for different flowers, right? So like there's different sorts of or meanings and times, right? So I'll look up which ones are particularly appropriate, right? So you can like look that up. I'll just show you guys here real quick. So like you can look up the flowers in Korea, like the hibiscus and the plum blossom and lilies and golden bell. They all mean different things, right? So they all mean different things. Like white lilies, significant innocence and sweetness. Gratitude, or yellow is gratitude. So I'll try to find ones that are appropriate for this, right? And for saying what I want to express, right? Rain says $50. Thank you so much. Mercenary says all the donuts of flowers to restore honor. Thank you. One thing I appreciate about my chat is, a lot of people try to say that, it's all like fun and games, and we do have fun on this channel, but there's times in which I take things very seriously. I'm really proud of the stuff I've done in terms of like the veterans fundraiser. We raised over $8,000 for veterans, right? So I'm just proud when I see people out here giving for the bouquet fund, giving for the flower fund. Definitely am going to come through on that tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for supporting that and for chipping in. Shala said $2, putting myself in the red for flowers. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to look that up and make sure I go tomorrow. Anime Gamer says more for the flower fund. I blame Logan Paul for starting a generation of streamers that Somali falls under. Yeah, and you know, the Japanese, you know, after the Japanese forest incident, there should have been a note that this has gone too far, right? And there needs to be a pushback on it. Project Libertad says one of the breakdancers posted a video nitpicking and using a few Westaboo Japanese cheering him being a nuisance in Japanese public. I think these streamers are going to start getting deplatformed or taken off these platforms because of the incidents they're causing and how bad they are. Thank you for the $5, Sussex Bunyan. And then Korimchi Shirang says he harassed the girl statue during World War II. Girls were taken away. They were all minors, somewhere as young as 14. Yes, it was fucked up. It was extremely fucked up. It was horribly fucked up. And a lot of fucked up things happened during World War II, and that's one of them. Right. And to even mock that is not funny at all. Right. Not at all. Sleazy says, my great grandfather was in the French resistance. I'm Polish Jewish. My grandfather fought in Korea. I have reason to donate. Yeah, exactly. I have a family on one side of my family that was in Korea as well. So I've got family that fought in that war. Right. There are people that have significantly contributed, and there's friends of mine that are there. There's friends of mine that are in the military right now here serving, and they're still to this day fighting this war, right? It's not technically over, right? So thank you for that. Lumi says add all the donos for the flower fund. Yeah, we've got at this point over $250 for the flower fund. So thank you guys for that, explicitly for the flower fund. Thank you for that, and appreciate all that help with that. Nathan Cassie said Johnny is just an extreme example of an unremarkable narcissist created by social media for the flower fund. Thank you, Nathan. JP Ravenfire 1.49 super sticker. Thank you. I will post a picture on my X and on my YouTube on the community tab of what I end up buying and leaving at the monument. Blue and 9 says 99 for the flower fund. Thank you so much. Mr. Kangaroo says, I can't tell you how giddy I am to see the world unite against fuckwits like Johnny. If he acted like a fool here in Australia, he would have gotten his face broken by a random passerby. Exactly. All right, let's show this rest of this these documents. So I just want to go through. This is Team FT, and they've been documenting Johnny Somali. So I want to go through some of the other stuff they've been documenting. Once again, we're not going to go into the details. I just want to give you guys some background. So this is kind of historical, going back the last couple days. So there was a $722 bounty to find Johnny's location and a $10K bounty to beat him up. So 1 million won is about $722. So that's how much that was. 100 manwon, right? So manwon is the way they count. So in Korea, man means 10,000, right? So they count in units of 10,000. So just understand that. Johnny Somali is dragging his mentor Suspendus into the chaos. Suspendus goes to Korea often to stream, and Johnny Somali thinks it'll be funny to get his friend and mentor into trouble. So this guy, Suspendus, actually taught him how to do stuff for clout. This is the guy who harassed sexually a Japanese woman and bragged about it and said that that's how he got his views, by sexually harassing a woman. Absolutely fucking disgusting, right? And once again, you will get called out for this, right? Here's him posting that he left Korea, saying he landed in Thailand. But the reality was, this was actually before he got punched. He hadn't left at all. So he was pretending he left. He was also saying like, oh, Shinzo Abe, the dead former Japanese prime minister, I defeated the Koreans for you, right? Saying he's in Thailand. He's not at all. He hasn't left at all. He was contacted by a NewsX reporter from India, and this is what he had to say. So it says, can you confirm that you have not signed the rights away with the photos to another agency? What is the story about? I own all the photos. It's about the statue incident in South Korea. Maybe you could give us a statement. North Korea sent me to get revenge on the South. I do this for the glory of Kim Jong-un, the god. That's what he said. So he's claiming to be a North Korean spy. Also, here's a good video. This is a South Korean streamer who's been following him. And he's actually, this is his reaction when he's told that the police secretly moved Johnny to a different location. Let's watch this real quick.
네. 아, 알고 있어요. 네. 네. 외국인이요? 그 사람 데려갔어요? 외국에? 경찰이요? 걔 데려갔다고요? 외국 애들이요? 네. 경찰이 데려갔다고요, 걔네를? 외국 애들? 알겠습니다.
So yeah, see how upset he is that that detectives kind of had to sneak out Johnny Somali. Like he's actually upset because they've been, following him. This YouTuber, Youngmin, what was it? Youngmin Chilju Bunung. All right, my Korean pronunciation is shitty, but point around is he's very disappointed, right? That he wasn't able to go and take out Johnny Somali, right? That's how much these people are following him. And that's the feeling. And even like Lumi said, even if you don't understand the words he's saying, you could understand the feeling, right? The feeling of like, we're all together in this of like, motherfucker got away, this son of a bitch, right? By the way, Piotr Suvala for PLN 250 zloty says for the flower fund. Thank you so much. Brian Doe for 99 for the flower fund. Thank you so much. I gotta play a Shondo for that.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Flower fund is over $400 right now. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yuri says flower fund from a Japanese descendant. Thank you so much. I'll try to record a video there when I'm doing it. And it's really disgusting. What they did there. It absolutely is. Shiro Kitsune says for $2 for the flower fund. Thank you so much. Nick 550 for $10 says flower fund. Thank you. And Bullets Goo, a fastified goob, says for the flower fund, I'm disgusted by his actions with a granduncle who fought in Korea. Absolutely. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I will absolutely be doing that tomorrow. And I'm tearing up at this business too, because it really moves me that despite the ugliness in the world, there's still beautiful people in the world. There's still people with good hearts out here who can learn to laugh, to have fun, but also to care about people and understand that, Koreans need to know and should know. And I think they do know that not all Americans are like this. Not all Americans are disgusting people. They actually are largely, by and large, good people, right? So that's something that's very, very important to remember and to go with. And thank you for everybody that's supporting the based Koreans and also the base connection between Korea and America in our countries, which has been there for a while. And it transcends even countries, right? It's just understanding that there are wrongs that are historical, and this is a very legitimate one, right? They are absolutely in their right to feel enraged at what he did to that statue, what he did to their history, and it's disgusting, and it doesn't represent America. It represents a fucking degeneracy that should be rooted out like a fucking virus. Triple J 26 for 20. Thank you so much for the flower fund. Says Powweenator says, hi Andrew, hope you're having a good day. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Luigi says, I'm broke at the minute at ATM, but I do feel the need to do this. Thank you so much, Luigi. Appreciate that. Mercenary says, San Diego resident. I wish I could send more. Thank you so much. Suki Tawdry says, for a couple of drinks after the memorial visit, cheers to all those who care. Absolutely. And I'll have one with Legal Vices. And perhaps we'll even do a stream while we're out together talking about it. That'd be kind of cool. Orsa Platt says, flower fund. His actions piss me off as American. DK says, flower fund. Thanks for all the coverage. Thank you. Thank you. Kirna says, my dad was part of the South Korean Army's White Tiger Division fighting against the Viet Cong. Bro, these people were legendary. The White Tigers were feared by the Vietnamese. I've been told the U.S. Vietnam War vets that South Korea was an elite force that you did not fuck around with. When South Koreans went to a village, it was clear. They had a reputation. When they went into a village, it was fucking clear. There was no problem after that. These people who went there and fought the White Tiger Division, I think there was also the Blue Dragon. I may be getting that wrong, but White Tiger, I know for sure. They were mostly made up of orphans whose family was killed by the North Korean communists. They fucking hated communism. They knew better than anybody else the dangers of communism and the real fucking real fucking evil, the insidious evil that is communism, right? And the evil of it, right? And they went there and rooted motherfuckers out, right? They were feared, right? And that was legendary. And the U.S. didn't want to send them because they knew how hard they were going to go, right? They knew how hard they were going to go. That's how hardcore they were. Okana said, Flower Fund, thanks for doing this. My pleasure, my pleasure. Sussex says, please say a silent prayer for them, for us, for the Flower Fund. I'll probably say something verbally, and obviously I'll issue silent prayers for them as well. Tatsumi says, for the Flower Fund, we'll support any funds that honors those who push the commies out of South Korea as a person who comes from a family who fled communist China. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, to the fight against insidious evil wherever it roots itself. And you guys know I'm absolutely opposed to it in all ways, shapes, and forms. It's an insidious system that destroys humanity, it destroys morality, it destroys religion, it destroys families, it destroys humanity, right? It crushes it. And it can either do it in a upfront aggressive way, or it can do it in an insidious way, right? Nicholas says for 2, not for flowers. You already need a bus. Thank you. Hound of Omen says love for Korea and the flowers for the flower-thon. Thank you. Bald Eagle 1787 says Johnny joking about being a Nork spy just made everything worse for him. Several U.S. agencies will want to have words after the South Koreans get done. Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate all that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me continue through this quickly. So he's upset. Johnny, obviously. Look at this, talking smack, calling people the N-word, right? And this guy, YouTuber, actually found where he was staying.
Johnny 어딨어?
어디서 means where are you? So he's asking, where are you? Johnny, where are you? Johnny, where are you? 어디서?
렉 걸리네. 아씨. 왜 나왔어요? 왜요? 네? 왜요? 저 때문에요? 왜요?
아니, 우리 선생님 유튜브 이렇게 촬영하시고 하니까.
네.
한번 안 봤죠? 무슨 일 때문에.
무슨 일 없어요. 네. 가셔도 됩니다. 예. 가셔도 돼요. 왜요?
So yeah, he found where he's at. So he knew exactly where he was staying at. Now, of course, Johnny hid like a bitch in his room when that happened, right? So Johnny Somali did not stream because he was scared. Korean YouTubers tracked his location. He called the police crying for an escort. They snuck him out of the hostel. He was under police protection, and the Korean police are an embarrassment. Yeah. I mean, they had to because he's under investigation, right? So he's banned off of. He's saying he left. He's saying he left. Both left Korea. Nope, they did not leave. He's still there, right? Now Gino, his little butt boy, his little partner. You know, he's kind of the Aaron Himmel to the. He's the Aaron Himmel to his Nikki Rackets, right? You know, kind of that sort of situation. He's back in the U.S. He fled, right? He did flee, but. And Gino's mother's rich and sends him money every month. So he fled out. And so he's back in the US, but Johnny did not indeed get out. Right. Let's see what else here. So this YouTuber who's been following him also went to the Dangdaemun police station where he's hiding. So Johnny was hiding inside this police station, and literally the streamers are waiting outside, camping for him to spawn. Right? Camping for him to spawn. Right? Let's see out here. Here's the YouTuber who punched fucking legal. So here's what I played, and I'm going to play this one. Now, remember, this is for YouTube. We're definitely going to get demonetized here, boys. We're definitely getting demonetized. But let me tell you right now, this right here is him saying the word you in Korean. Okay? So let me be very clear. He is saying the word you in Korean. Okay, so this is a lesson on what the word "you" means. Let's listen up here.
Fucking nigga, fucking nigga, fucking nigga.
So, yeah, that's Korean for you. That's your Korean lesson of the day. Of course, this is an educational channel. We are very educational, teaching you Korean, case by case. You know, that is Mr. A. That is the guy who was the former Korean SEAL who punched him out. So that's the guy who knocked him out ultimately. And that's before he knocked him out. So he was taunting him. He was getting there. Yeah, this is education. You know, my streams are in the educational slot. They're in the educational slot. They're not under news and politics. This is education. I always educate you. There's always education on these streams. Always. Asian Wing Sauce says people make it like this, make it harder for U.S. military members in Asia. The relationship is already thin. We don't want somebody like all this underdoing our work to restore the relationship with nationals. Yes, I agree. Mercenary says this one's on behalf of Colonel Gary Miller, RCMP, RIP. Yeah, rest in peace, Gary Miller. Salute to you and all those that gave their life for this country, for Korea, for all wars. Veterans are to be respected for what they gave, and even not the veterans that just have died, the ones that are injured. And especially, you know, my heart goes out to those that are injured in quiet wars. Korea was a quiet war. You know, if you ever watched Mad Men, there's the World War II veteran versus the Korea situation, right? And it's like Korea was a war that was a stalemate. It was a war that, like, you didn't come home like World War II and were celebrated in a hero, right? It's like, you know, you're fighting kind of communism in an ambivalent land that was to a standstill, to essentially the same thing. So, you know, nothing was gained or lost. I mean, yes, they protected South Korea for sure. It wouldn't exist without the assistance of the nations that came to back Korea, which Korea has always remembered. I'll be at the War Museum tomorrow, filming and going over that tomorrow. For those people that made that sacrifice. But there's so many wars out there that are forgotten, you know, and I hope that people can remember all the wars out there that, and the veterans that may have fought in those wars that may not be as much remembered. You know, we were in Afghanistan for years, you know, for what, right? Other places for a long time. But even if those wars may not have come to a geopolitically favorable outcome for the U.S. or for, you know, the powers that we wanted to prevail, the veterans should never be forgotten. Right. I said USMC, not RMCP. 4 flowers. Thank you. Shoryo Flower Fund says, get some flowers. That means sorry. Flower Fund. I also want JS to get what he has come legally for being an idiot. This is an embarrassment. Yes, it's a fucking national scale embarrassment. Rogue said 100% where Johnny goes, you have angered the horde. Yes. He poked the wrong fucking bear. On this one. All right. So here's some more stuff. We're not done here yet. And thank you guys for all the support. So Gino deleted his Twitter, right? He deleted his Discord. Even American Koreans, this is guy at Bad Asian, they're sending a message to him. And this is a true message. Let's play this one here. This is a great message.
Yo, Johnny Somali, just know wherever you go, if there are Korean people, you're going to watch your back. We're not to be fucked with. You fucked with us in LA, we go on the roofs and literally snipe you motherfuckers. You fuck with us in the motherland, you're fucking dead. Like, you got to watch your fucking back. I'm telling you, if you're in a 20-mile radius to where I live,
super base,
be prepared to see me. Like, straight up. And I'm saying this as an American. I'm a Korean American here, right? But it's in my bones. When people fuck with Koreans, I intrinsically have this desire to make them find out. And there's no threat
but
here.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Just letting them
fuck
know.
With the wrong people.
Just putting them on notice.
Because this is about to get funny real quick.
Yep. Just putting them on notice. He fucked around. And his point is entirely valid. Hold on real quick. I want to zoom in on this photo. I found a photo of Johnny Somali. Let me zoom in on here. I think I can actually, hold on. Can I read that? Where is that? Oh, is that? I think I know exactly where he is, but he's near an airport bus stop here. So this is a photo that was taken of Johnny. So after he claims to have left Korea, there's a photo of him that behind him, I think it's an airport bus stop. Pretty sure, right? So that's an airport bus stop, and it's in Korean. You can see the Hangul behind him on that bus stop. So you can see he's clearly in Korea. So he's lying off his ass that he's left. He's not gone anywhere. Poppy G for 49 says, maybe we'll go to Turkey next and do something disrespectful to Ataturk. We'll end up in a deep, dark hole. Yeah, he's fucking around the wrong way. Crispin Chip says, common for us Americans to forget other languages. Indeed. A Japanese demon lord of Bar Lucifer said, the Korean War is still ongoing. It's never ended. Technically, it's the longest war the U.S. has ever fought. That's correct. Twilight Dragon says, GS, Johnny Somali, Kamala saved me for the Flower Fund. Thank you. Flower Fund is over $500 at this point. Actually, sorry. It's over $600 for the Flower Fund. Blade for 5 says, imagine if he fucked around in Mexico, he'd be done. The cartels would fucking know. Mercenary X21, if the Colonel was still around, he would have words with you after having real words with Johnny, after dragging him to a UMSMC base for training. Indeed. Indeed. The Squid F10 said, can the U.S. revoke his passport? We're getting to it. The answer is yes. So, all right. Continuing from here, we've got a little bit more I want to show you on the current situation, and then we'll get to the charges. So he's trying to say he left. He didn't leave. The news has been reporting on him. So the Korean news is on him. And also this old video of his buddy Suspendus. So this is his buddy telling him how to start. This is why all of these people need to go, and all of these people need to be removed, and all these people need to have their channels put down. This is how Johnny got his start, by this motherfucker telling him what to do. This is him explaining to him how to get clout. Listen in.
Yeah. I would have told you other moments, like the time that I had my camera and the girl's pussy in like a strip club. But
inside.
Yeah, the thing is like, that doesn't really have the same kind of climax that like when I was on the mountain. Like that type of
that's
shit.
a fucking crazy story.
I mean, I fucked pretty much an AV actress almost on camera. So that was pretty good. Yeah, so that got me about 8,000 viewers watching that shit. That shit was kind of legendary.
Japanese porn stars so bad.
Yeah, they're out there.
You know something?
I mean, I got a boy that will hook you up. I got a boy that will hook you out. Yo, Ned, we got a young boy out here. You want to make some money, Ned?
Somali and Johnny Sins, man. I'm gonna tell you.
So that's why all of these people need to be banned. All these people need to be removed. They need to be absolutely travel blacklisted. All of these people. Now, they're trying to back down. Like this guy who made that statement, he's trying to back down now because he's fucking afraid. This is the guy here, Suspendus. He's trying to say, oh, I love Korea, right? But guess what? It's too late, bro. We got you on fucking candid camera, explaining your methodology for nuisance streaming. You should be banned. All these countries should know. They should fucking blacklist you. And frankly, the U.S. should fucking suspend their passports, revoke their passports, right? Koreans are leaving a bunch of comments as to where he is, right? They're all following this motherfucker, right? So you see all these comments in Korean, so they're following him. They found the door where his friend, the guy who invited him to Korea, this guy Hank, who's actually a real-life neo-Nazi Korean who invited Johnny to come to Korea. They found his door and they were listening into their conversation, right? At this point, they make him into Mewtwo because he's pretty much the Goblin, the legendary Pokemon that everyone's trying to catch, because if you hit it, it drops gold. So they're looking for this motherfucker like he's Mewtwo, right? There's a video here called The Most Wanted Monkey in Korea. He tried to get streaming live. Of course, this got banned, right? He continued to taunt Korea, make accusations, troll the Koreans. Of course, they found him, terminated his accounts. The Koreans are still tracking him. They're not very happy about it. And then here we go, the video of the beatdown of when he got punched by the streamer. So that led up to those events. Mr. A, there he is, as he's arrested proudly by police, not giving a fuck, literally speaking to police, not giving a fuck when he got caught, you know. And the cool thing is that this is him when he got out, and there's him in his Korean SEAL outfit up there. So you can see his SEAL outfit. He went live afterwards and was getting crazy amount of donos. He's a fucking national hero, right? Super based. Mewtwo was in a cave, quite easy to find. Nerds. Yeah, hold on. I got you.
And they're still fucking nerds.
Thank you. Lenmar for €5 says, doesn't the U.S. have laws against their citizens who do fuck ups abroad? Here in France, we get sued. We're going to talk about that right now. Don't worry. Lumi says, sent a thing for 2 hours ago. He's in Twitter space. Okay, thanks. Bad News Badger for 550 says, sorry, sir, can you please tell me where you're from? I feel like calling you a racial slur. Oh, you want me to play that one? I got you.
Excuse me, sir. What is your ethnicity? I am interested in calling you a slur.
I got you, bro. I got you. Tatsumi says, dude sticks out like a sore thumb in Korea. Yeah, I wonder why. There's 1% foreigners in Korea. I wonder how he sticks out. Jamie the Panda says, Pokemon Go beat his ass, indeed. Euro Clegane says, if he pissed off Rainbow, he could never hide. Creature Goria says, came in late, not sure what's going on, but I hate Johnny, I hate commies, and I love flowers. So here you go. Thank you so much, Creature Goria. Project Libertad says, Johnny needs to marry a fat woman, multicolored hair. The only way it can be safe besides game journalists giving him shelter. Oof! If Alyssa Mercante gave him shelter, that'd be funny. And thank you, Ursula Platz, for the Legal Mindset memberships. I truly and genuinely appreciate it.
Yes!
Thank you. So proudly getting taken out here by this dude. He's still in Korea. He's still talking shit. But he's currently being watched by the police, and he's not able to go anywhere. He's not able to leave. So that brings us up to date. So let's get into why he is fucked. So if you recall, he is under charges. And as I said, he is charged with certain crimes, right? So I'm going to explain why he's going to get his passport revoked or how he can get it revoked. So as you see here, this is a Tribune, the Express Tribune. He's charged with assault and drug use. Now, in America, drug use may be something that is normal. Drug use may be something that's not even a crime, right? If you're in California, pretty much it's not only legal, but they just give you the drugs in California. But not everywhere is California, right? This is not California. This is not some other crazy places. This is South motherfucking Korea. Drug use is not just not okay here. It's a serious crime. Let's look at, and this is a summary by a Korean law firm, actually one that I really like. This law firm does a lot of good blogging, and the female lawyer here is actually really cute. Penalty for possession or use of cannabis is 5 years in prison or 50 million won. If it's a narcotic or psychotropic drug, it's 10 years in prison and 100 million won, right? So you're looking at serious penalties, prison term of 5 years to life. If you have certain things, if you've done certain things for profit, so if he's selling money like trafficking or dealing, that's up to the death penalty. You can get the fucking death penalty for that, okay? And at the very least, even if it's cannabis, he would still get at least a year. Well, what does that mean? Well, what he did is a felony level offense, right? Is a felony level offense. So that's a big deal, right? Because felony level offenses, right, are, first of all, they're going to get you, your passport taken, which is what happened, right? But beyond that, they're going to end up getting you under the scrutiny of the international eye, right? So that's going to get you under international law. They're going to look at stuff a little bit differently than they would if it's just a misdemeanor, right? Sometimes it's a slap on the wrist, they'll look past. But when you get into stuff like felonies, that's something you're going to have to disclose. Like, for example, if you go to a different country, it's like, have you ever been convicted of a felony, right? They're going to ask you that question. They're going to say, hey, have you been convicted of a felony? So why this is relevant is when you look at the laws related to limitation and revocation of a passport. This is a U.S. passport law. This is section 5162 and 5160 of the U.S. Code. So let's look at this and see how he can lose his passport, right? So here's what is up on in the provisions for revocation or limitation of a passport. So the U.S. Department of State can revoke or limit a passport when the bearer of the passport may be denied a passport under 22 CFR 5160 or 5161 or 28 or any other provision. So if they have grounds to deny you a passport, they have grounds to revoke or limit your passport. So limit could be, for example, his passport gets limited so he can only use it to come home. And that's all. Passports are not a human right. They are a privilege. A passport is a privilege. It is not a right. Okay? So let's look at what would be grounds for denial, because it's not like the passport that he got was obtained illegally, fraudulently, or erroneously. He legally got his passport, right? He legally got his passport. But let's look under denial. So anything that's grounds for denial, remember, if it's grounds for denial or restriction, it's grounds for revocation. So let's look at the grounds here. Let's look at the grounds. Let's scroll down here. If you're a sex offender, so some people like that Suspendus guy who did that to that poor Japanese woman, the Suspendus guy might be a sex offender. So maybe he would be falling under this one here, under section A4, right? But let's look here. They may refuse to issue if they determine that the applicant has a federal warrant for a felony, right? Or, right, is subject to a criminal order, probation, or otherwise regulated in the U.S., but also, let's see, is subject to a request for extradition. That could happen. And we've got more here. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Here we go. If the secretary determines the applicant's activities abroad are causing or likely to cause serious damage to the national security or foreign policy of the U.S., at this point, this is absolutely causing serious problems, right, for the foreign policy. It's making the U.S. look horrible. And here we go. If the department is informed by appropriate foreign government authority or international organization that the applicant is subject to arrest, subject of a warrant for arrest for a felony. So in the other country, so when Korea arrests him for a felony, they can revoke his passport right there under D. That's what I was looking for. There's multiple provisions that could apply here, but I wanted to get to this one because this one is like a shoe-in. He's already been charged with a felony. He's already subject to this. So Korea may be holding him and talking to the U.S. about getting his passport limited or revoked. And I don't think Johnny Somali has many friends, and I don't care whether it's Trump or Kamala. I don't think he's got many friends that are going to endorse him. I mean, literally, even Kamala, right? Even the woke left is not going to endorse this guy when his best friend is like a neo-Nazi Korean, right? So like, I don't think that anybody is going to bat for him. Trump's not going to bat for him. Kamala's not going to bat for him. Ain't nobody going to come out for this guy. Nobody, no love lost for this guy, right? So you've got that one that's clear. If there's any sex offense that ever got against them, that would be it too. I think that part's drug trafficking. Let's see. I think that was the main one that I thought was relevant. Yeah, that was the main one. So there's two that I think are mainly relevant. I think it's the felony. That one's clear. That one's like so fucking clear because he's been brought in on felony. But I also would argue that he's causing damage to the foreign policy of the U.S. So I think that there are grounds for him to have his valid grounds for him to have his passport revoked. think he should have it revoked, because let's talk about foreign policy here. He's on their local news. This right here, guys, is the Korean news. This is MBC. This is a Korean public broadcast station. Look at how many views this has. It has 374 views. Okay, views. Like almost 400,000 views, right? People are pissed. Look at this one. And so that's Korea. Look at fucking Thailand, right? Look at Thailand, my country I live in. It's been a different time. I fucking love Thailand. Look at this. This is a Korean. This is a.
ดีนี่จะเป็นช่วงเวลาที่เพื่อนหลายโหมดเฝ้ารอคอยกันเลยทีเดียวเมื่อ
Thais are documenting this, and we've got 181,000 views on this in the Bangkok, and this is the fucking Bangkok esports channel, right? People are paying attention. The Thais are done with it. The Koreans are done with it. The Japanese are done with it. This is damaging foreign policy, right? Real quick, from Runa, which is Luna, right? And Luna says, thank you for covering this topic. Johnny is currently suspended from leaving Korea, right? So that's the translation of what you said there, right? So yes, you're welcome. I am very happy to do this. It is my honor to do this for Korea. Thank you for the 2,000 won. I much appreciate that. Much appreciate that. Wild Kate says, put him in a cell with P. Diddy and some baby oil. Yeah, lube him up. Hera said, recently for 10, many South Korean citizens have become very sensitive to sending North Korean troops to the Afghan war. The crazy guy poured fire on the oil of the Koreans. Exactly. Stephen Miller for 49 said, nah, Johnny is more like Mew. He'll be found under a truck. Nice. Lark Marcus says, do you think Johnny would ever go to China? No. China would jail him immediately. China, don't fuck. China? Bro. China will jail Jack fucking Ma. Jack Ma. The head of fucking Alibaba was jailed. Do you think they're going to have any qualms about jailing Johnny fucking Somali? Are you kidding me? That motherfucker's disappeared. He's never coming back. And ain't nobody going to miss him. Right? China? No fucking way. Even I'm scared to go to China. I've been reassured I won't be arrested, but still. The Talented X said, for flowers and mental floss. Thank you. Billy Oak says, please, Johnny, come to Singapore with some leave. Oh. Thank you for the 2 Singapore. I do look forward to getting back to Singapore, by the way. I love Singapore. I have a great time whenever I'm there. Very respectful of Singaporean laws. When in Singapore, I leave it at home. I ain't bringing none of that into Singapore. None of that. Chaos Smash says, Devil's roast beef and Vox Danger for Johnny. Indeed. All right. That's what I've got for Johnny Somali. Now, there's a couple tips here. Let me get these on locals. Local said for 2. Natasha for $1 said, I want to see him fuck around and get caned publicly. That'd be cool. And Xander said, why did the video you play have a meow version of Billie Eilish Barbie song? What I was made for? I don't know. That was their edit, not mine. So don't know. I didn't do the editing, Xander. Japanese Demon Lord said, Johnny should go to Afghanistan or Iran. I hear they have great sense of humor and love folks like him. Yeah, that'd be funny. All right, guys. Any color. You guys ready for any color? We got a second half to this show, motherfuckers. We're not done with this show, right? Eagle's going to have a hell of a lot of clipping to do. Eagle. We're clipping this in 2. Shout out to Eagle. Eagle emojis in the chat for my brave editor, Eagle, who makes clips for my channel. He does a fucking fantastic job. Shout out. All right. Any color. Nijisanji, right? Kurosanji. Let's talk about Kurosanji and how they're going to sue FalseEyed and a lot of other people. All right. So we have this. Actually, you know what? Since it's the end of this segment, Chaos Smash sent me this video of the type of punch that Johnny Somali deserves. Let's play this real quick.
KO.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that, Chaos Smash. Thank you. Always love some good smashing. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for supporting me on Ko-Fi. For all those that went over there on Ko-Fi, thank you so much for being able to support me there. That money gets to me much quicker and better than StreamYard than YouTube. So I do appreciate that. And thank you to everybody that contributed to the goal. There'll be a new goal up next month because I have more equipment that I need to get for my transition to VTubing. But thank you for everybody who's come over there and supported me. Thank you, KMW, Stevis, Bald Eagle, Chaos Smash, JP, Eric H, Doug Diaz. You guys are great, and I really appreciate you guys going over there to support me. And thank you so much for that, because it goes directly. It gets there to me within a couple days. So I really appreciate that. It's much more capable than YouTube. So for example, all this YouTube stuff will come the next month, but that said, I'm always happy to advance it, right? Like for the flower fund, that's out of my own, that'll be out of my own pocket till the YouTube money comes. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But we'll be definitely doing that. But thank you guys for supporting me on Ko-Fi. It's a really great platform, and it really helps out because it's more direct. It's not as kind of limited. The Apple Store isn't taking money, so I do appreciate that. All right, any color. So any color. Shala said, open a Discord, I'll volunteer. So I already have a Discord. Discord is for paid members of the BLM. There should be a link in the community tab. And if you don't have that, I can put that out there. So that is for members of BLM to have access to my Discord. So it's there. It's there. Harakim said, oops, Ukraine war. Oh, thank you, Harakim. Appreciate you. Yes, there's a lot of tension there with the North Korean soldiers going to Ukraine. South Korea is sending a brigade there to monitor them. They're thinking of doing it. Dubravka for the New Zealand 3. Thank you so much for the super sticker. All right. Kurosanji. Here's any color. The Black Corporation, the evil empire of VTubing. They posted this notice on Twitter. We're going to read through it. And they also posted a notice on their website. So I'm going to read through this. We would like to report on the activities of our aggressive and defamatory behavior countermeasure team from November 1st to October 31st. Thoughts on the activity. Regarding our basic stance, even during the period of collection, we've responded to various types of defamation and offensive behavior against our affiliated live streamers and company, as described in the types of behavior that were addressed. We will never tolerate communications that clearly go beyond the scope of commentary and are deemed to be needlessly infringing on the rights of our affiliated live streamers and our company. For this reason, we have actively sought disclosure of sender information, so saying they're going after the people and their information, followed by claims of damages, and pursued criminal liability such as insult, defamation, obstruction of business, and intimidation. That's what they're going to file against anybody they view as saying things they don't like. In the light of the fact, the only way to hold them perpetrators of slanderous behavior accountable for their words and actions is to pursue legal liability. Our firm's stance contributes to the health of the creator community, including streamers. We are pursuing as heavy a legal liability as possible. They're going to sue people as much as possible in criminal and civil terms for people who perpetuating slanderous behavior. We will continue to take this stance in the future. In regards to trolling, where they're going to go after that. And even stuff that was not previously recognized as illegal. So even stuff that might be legal, they're going to try to go after it. We're going to use a variety of legal approaches to identify the poster. So meaning they're going to try to dox the poster and pursue legal liability against them. Even in trials involving irregular acts. So meaning stuff that's not, that stuff that's legal, probably legal in the US. They're still going to do that. And they're saying, hey, we're getting away with filing claims which actually don't even reach the normal standard for slander. Especially in Japan, they're getting away with it. So we feel that judicial situation is favoring them. So they've accumulated know-how through successful legal actions on defamation, and we intend to give back to creators that are suffering. And going forward, we will work to with all stakeholders to create a system for our livers that can carry out in a peace of mind and be more proactive about suing. And this was followed up, by the way, by a post on their website. Here it is. Hold on, let me make sure this is okay. 1 second. Let's do a little translation here. Actually, I think I can get this version in English, right? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is in English. So this is the actual official translation. So here you go. There's the report. So this kind of says the same thing and talks about how they're going after trolling and they're going after people that are posting comments, that are posting tweets, that are talking bad, that are so-called trolling, right? So they're going to go after people also for copyright infringement. So they're going to be aggressively going after people. Now, why do I say they're going to go after False? Well, here's what False has been gone for a while. And where has False been? Where in the world has False been? Well, let's find out. I'm going to watch the first couple minutes of False and why I am sure that he is on the top of their hit list. Let's play this.
We are back. It's now been 3 weeks, and I am now returned from yet another secret trip from Japan, taking that time to speak with big agency VTubers, small agency.
What type of big agency VTubers do you think he was talking to? Sure, HoloLive, but there's another one other than HoloLive. Who do you think he was talking to?
VTubers, indie VTubers, ex-agency VTubers.
Ex-agency. What agency is graduating in Japan? What agency is graduating a lot of VTubers? What agency is he about to comment that he's going to have information that'll be able to drop after a certain person graduates? Right? Maybe Brave Group. Maybe Brave Group. Yeah, sure. But there's others, right? Yeah. So it doesn't have to be just Niji, but let's listen. There's more information why it's Niji.
And ex-VTubers. Bringing us back now to Nijisanji English and their liver talent, Victoria Brightshield, recently debuting her 3.0 brush up, and then less than a week later, Nijisanji English making this announcement, stating, "We regret to inform you that the Nijisanji English liver Victoria Brightshield will graduate from Nijisanji English on November 9th, 2024 JST. Once again, that being Saturday, November 9th JST, potentially meaning an actual graduation date of Friday, November 8th for us here in the West. Their statement reading, Victoria Brightshield debuted in October 2023, bringing joy to the community through her unique laugh and cute doodles.
Which we talked about. We talked about this graduation and we talked about how she blamed it on the upper management, right? So she's talked about the upper management, right? Envious Yeti says Niji's coping and seething. Indeed. Indeed. Let's continue here.
Sincerely appreciate and thank Victoria Brightshield for all of her contributions as a Nijisanji English liver, and we wish her the best on her next journey. Adding, additionally, TTT's first anniversary is coming up soon, and despite the circumstances, we hope you are able to celebrate the milestone together with Victoria Brightshield and Claude Clawmark. The official Nijisanji English account, less than 48 hours later, announcing the TTT first anniversary merch drop, including acrylic stands, badges, mugs, cards, card stand sets, and fan name keychains. This all following in the graduation of Kanai Nakasato, another member of the TTT Wave. Wave, many have argued that Nijisanji themselves did not properly support. We'll be speaking far more in regards to Victoria Brightshield's graduation coming up after her upcoming graduation date of November 9th. This all as TBS has now collaborated with multiple in-the-know sources that in the coming months, even more Nijisanji English livers are planned to graduate, confirming at long last for us that yes, the Nijisanji graduation queue is real, and among some livers within this agency, highly sought after. Once again, we'll have further details on that in upcoming episodes. Stay tuned. As at this time, and totally unrelated, we turn...
See, okay, that's, once again, we're going to have more in future episodes, more when they graduate, right? So think about that timing there. Right? Going to be able to talk about more. Well, why? Why do you have to wait? Right? We'll finish up this little segment here.
Turn to Mogu at Mogu Ghost, taking time to collaborate now with the recently returned Sunny Explosion.
Oh, no, sorry. I got that already. So, yeah, he got to the point. So the point is, he's like, well, we're going to talk more about this after they graduate. Well, to talk more about Victoria Brightshield after she graduates means that, number one, he's probably talked to her. Number two, that would 100 million% violate the NDAs, that would 100% violate their non-disclosures, their silencing provisions, right? So if Victoria Brightshield comes out and is speaking about Niji, that is something they're going to throw all stops at to silence. And if False puts out information. I can see Niji trying to strike him. I can see Niji trying to take it down. I can Niji trying to silence it, right? Absolutely would make him a target right away, right? Now, once again, let me be very clear about this, guys. I'm on team false here, okay? I'm not on team Kurisanji. I'm just telling you what will happen, right? I'm just telling you what is very likely to happen. And other people that cover Niji news, for example, Rima, Kyo, myself, we could be targets too as well, right? It's not so that's why I'm team false, because I'm in the same boat, right? They can come after me. Now, please come after me, Niji. I will fuck you up. I will take out your kneecaps. You might say, I will be like Korea to Nijisanji's Johnny Somali. Nijisanji is Johnny Somali. I'm the fucking based Korean who's smoking the cigarette, who's like, I will punch you in front of the police, Nijisanji. Fuck you, come for me. Right? Literally, like straight up. And when Nijisanji is involved, I just look at him and I'm like, hey, Niji.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Like we're throwing down, Niji. Please come for me. I will fuck you up, right? You will not hear the end of it, right? And I will cover every second of how I bust your bussy in court, right? Hilarious. So it would be absolutely hilarious. And by the way, so I'm team false, I'm team freedom, I'm team reporting. There should be nothing wrong about somebody who wants to come and talk about their experience afterwards. Fuck them. And by the way, a lot of those provisions are not even legal in the US. So try to fight those. And by the way, we'll start a legal defense fund for anybody in the US, and we'll fucking fight that one, and we'll cover that all the way through. Yeah, exactly. You'd be content for fucking years, not just for me, for False, for Kyo, for everybody covering it. We would be 100%. It would fuel the...
Hello, base department.
Base department would have a field day. Right, that would be that would be literally doing exactly what they would want to do. So while he's the target, yeah, Asman would get in on the content. Everyone would get in on that one. Everyone. My homie Mujin, he'd be in on this shit too. We'd all be in on it. We'd all make it rain. That'd be our fucking Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp, right? That would be the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp of VTubing. And we know who's Amber Heard. Kurisanji, right? The Fujos. Kurisanji and the Fujos, right? They're the Amber Heards, right? Slandering the Depps, right? So that would be fucking hilarious. No, I would not defend myself. What do I look like, Nick Rekieta? I'm not going to defend myself. No, hell no. I'm not stupid. No, I would hire somebody, whether that's Coleman or somebody else. I would hire somebody, right? If it was me, I'm not going to defend myself. I would make content out of it though, for sure. Now, in consultation with my lawyer, knowing exactly what I can say and what I can't say. Right. Very carefully, thoughtfully. I wouldn't have cocaine rants on the internet like Rickety Crackets, right? Would not be doing that. Right? Be very careful, very meticulous. Talk about it with the lawyer. Talk about it with people. Yeah, Nick has a lawyer, but he's not fucking listening to him. I guarantee you he's not vetting all those tweets before he sends them. Unlike me. I'd be like, I just have my lawyer there. Boom, here's what I want to say. Is that cool? Review it. Boom. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. He's shit in the McLaren. Yeah. Chaos says, I don't know you. You do look a little like Nick. Okay, Chaos Master getting officially booted from the chat.
I don't care. No one asked, bro. Yes.
Marksman said Lord Miles is a clown and travels to places like Afghanistan and doesn't even cause a fraction of the nuisance streamers like Johnny do. Yeah, and Lord Miles gets clowned on by people in those circles, like veterans and stuff like that. Lord Miles came into a chat, some friends of mine that are veterans and they're actual, people who've been in war, unlike Lord Miles, and they absolutely fucking destroyed this guy. They wrecked him. I mean, these are just fucking pretenders. Ledmar says, have it streamed on TV and the internet. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. If it's going to be a Florida trial, fuck yeah. Let's go. Brian Doig says, but how fun would the ramp be? Oh, it'd be hilarious. It'd be great. Lilith Thelma channel Infinite Lives says, on topic of false confusion as to whether he's correct or not about cover almost breaking the law and clarification. Yes, I've covered this. Cover almost broke the law because the law wasn't in effect yet. They were advised that they were going to be breaking the law if they didn't fix it before November 1st. The law wouldn't have effect November 1st. So they fixed it before November 1st. What they were doing was illegal under the Subcontract Act as revised with the freelancer provisions, right? The Freelancer Act, as it revised the Subcontractor Act. I covered this. So yes, they almost did something illegal. They were told what they were doing would be illegal. So yes, they changed it, right? What they did was they forgot to pay people on time and also pay them for the work they did. They were requesting a lot of revisions to models, and you can't have unlimited revisions to models. That's not fair without paying them for the extra work they're doing. That's not fair. Now, Cover admitted they did something wrong and they fixed the problem. That's how they should do it. That was extraordinarily based. Cover did the right thing. They're not fucking Niji. By the way, speaking of which, the Niji sisters are out for blood. They're reporting channels like False, like myself, and Rima, other places, into any color. So right here, you see them? They're reporting False, right? So there you go. They're reporting him. And any this is an email from any color saying they've received the report. Sorry, I got a little cough here. All right. And then you've got here we go. Fox Girl, Parrot Man, Depressed Rabbit, and Flopsy. They're reporting all of them. And then as a cherry on top, Mr. Anti-Vax. Who's Mr. Anti-Vax? Who's that? Maybe they're talking about me? Are they talking about me? I think they're talking about me. Am I Mr. Anti-Vax? I don't know the lore. Is that me? People are saying that's you. Is that me? Okay. Is that me? Okay, that's you? Okay. I love how they're like talking about something that I covered like years ago and I was ultimately right about legally. Like, so they're butthurt that I covered the fact that a vaccine mandate is illegal in the US. And the Supreme Court confirmed that, bitches.
And they're still fucking nerds.
So they're literally like, these fujos are so retarded. Like, hold on, I gotta play the clip.
Yeah, right. Explain this to me like I'm retarded.
That won't be that hard.
They gotta have a better nickname for me. Like, literally, that was like content I covered 5 years ago, bro. Like, I've done more offensive things. Like, they're so lazy they can't even look back in my streams, like 1 or 2 streams when I've used gamer words. You know, they're so lazy they can't even get updated stuff on me. I've got a lot of stuff you can come at me for, right? Even Nick Rekieta uses better drags than that. Even like literally like pilled out idiots in Merida, Mexico come up with better insults than the Fujos, right? The Fujos are so stupid they can't even come out with good insults. I've matured a bit. Yeah, Lydia too, said Kid Loco. Blade says, will you be making a Crackett's TLDR as the omnibus all done? I mean, when there needs to be, I think I'll do a Rackets summary before his trial. But right now I'm just doing updates as legal stuff or big information happens. So don't worry, the saga of Jiminy Crackets is not over. Chaos Smash says, I'm a ban my chat, but he'll never ban my freedom. Wonder if any color ever heard of Anti-SLAPP. No. And they're going to get fucked by that in America. Emperor Creatine said they better not be reporting my girl Kirsha. They're probably coming for everybody, including Kirsha. I wouldn't see why they would stop. They're not going to stop till they silence free speech. Right? Based Andrew as always. Yes. Okay. Well, now that I know, I'm like Mr. Anti-Vax. Even though, by the way, I covered this before. I probably have more vaccinations than almost all the Fujos. I am literally vaccinated from rabies. Most Americans don't have the rabies vaccination. I have and once again, this is kind of funny. I have a yellow fever vaccination, right? And I know. You could say the yellow fever vaccination probably wasn't very effective.
Hello, beso de pato, man.
I travel a lot. I get a lot of vaccinations. I have more vaccinations than most of those motherfuckers, right? Like I keep updated on stuff like tetanus, right? Everybody in the chat is dying right now. Press X to doubt. That clearly didn't work. That clearly didn't work.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Yeah, typhus, everything else. So just because I did not get the Roni Rona juice does not mean that I'm anti-vax. I've never pushed any of that autism stuff or any of that other stuff. I've never mentioned that on my channel. All I said was a mandate is not constitutional in the United States. That is a fact. Fuck you, Fujos, right? You want to argue with me on that? Legally, debate me. But you can't because I'm right, because the Supreme Court ruled in my favor. Suck it, bitches. And by the way, it's not legal in Japan either. Under Japanese law, you cannot force compulsory vaccinations. So even in fucking Japan, you can't force a vaccination. It was a suggestion, not forced, even in Japan. It's a cultural thing to pressure for it, but even in Japan, it wasn't forced. So even the Fujos aren't right about this, right? Chat, tell me what Fujos are. Hold on, I got you. I got you. Hold on, I got the image. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. There's a couple pictures here, but I think this one summarizes it the best. I've got it right here. Fujoshi. Here it is. This is a Fujo. Right here. Right there. There's your Fujo. That's a Fujoshi. It's pure Fujoshi. Right? That's it. Niji fans 101. Just put a little Vox on it. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's Niji's fan base. They're gonna be mad now. They're gonna be mad now. They're gonna be real mad now. Royal Onion says if they want to get under your skin, just call you legally minded. Yeah, that pisses me off more. Legally minded makes me more mad than calling me Mr. Anti-Vax, because it's just not true. It's just literally not true. Mr. Man for $2 says yellow is not gold. That's true. Marksman for 117, the rabies vaccine is real. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I got bitten by a bat in Gainesville, Florida, which has the largest bat house in the Southeast. I woke up one night, I was really drunk, and I got bitten by a bat. So I had to get the vaccine. It was 4 very painful shots. My ass hurt for hours. Chaos Smash says Andy's blood is an umbrella Corp petri dish. But in Japan, Brian Dogue says government suggestion has social media pressures of law. Yeah, and it's the pressure, the social pressure. That's what forces you in Japan, but it's not the law itself. The government doing it is very strong. If they say that, it's a push, right? But it's not a requirement. Lenmar says your anti-monkey vax wasn't effective either.
Fighting monkey.
That's facts. That's facts. All right. So we got that one. All right. I think we got all the comments here. Did we get everything? Let me make sure I got all the locals. Locals says how many pangolins are in Florida? I don't know. Also, over here on locals, they're posting that Fujos don't want to eat after the golden shower. Look at what they're posting on my. This is my locals here. If you guys are not part of my locals, it's a very base community. I love the memes they post. Thank you, locals. Thank you. We're after 2 hours here, so we can get a little jiggle in there. Thank you for that, locals. And thank you all for being base. Guys, I'm really proud of us today for raising so much for the Flower Fund. Literally, that was giga-based of you. Almost $700 for the Flower Fund. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate what you guys did for Korea, what you did for sending a positive message. And I love that, one thing I love about the Vtuber community and also my community is that we can have fun and be positive and spread positivity. So for that, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys, chat. I know you guys are degenerates, but you're degenerates with a fucking heart of gold, right? What is it? Hentai gentlemen. Hentai gentlemen, as Pio would say. Thank you, my hentai gentlemen out there, my men of culture, for coming through on this one, for coming through big, and appreciate that there. Someone says the Discord link is expired. I'll put a new one out after the stream. I will put it out in the community tab so everyone has that. I think it'll be a forever link. So I'll try to get that out after the show. I'll go back into Discord and get that out. Thank you guys for that. Shala, welcome as a new member. King Lucius said flower fund for who? It's for the comfort statue that Johnny Somali, the comfort woman statue in Korea that Johnny Somali defaced. We're going to put some flowers on that. Mitchie Laudry for 5 Canadian said if they're suing for defamation against livers, I can't wait for them to sue themselves given how they've thrown former talents under the bus. Jamie the Panda said the bathhouse by UF. The bathhouse, yes, by UF. Yeah, I lived by the bathhouse at UF. Very close to it. Very close. Meta SD said, being prior Navy, I pretty much have every vax known to mankind, including smallpox and anthrax. I just figured the C virus would go in and fight with the rest of them. That's true. J-Rock says, I was late, but here's the fun. Thank you, J-Rock. Thank you for the nice golden yellow. Appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys coming through big today. Thank you so much. I will be taking a break the next 2 days, except for to fund, except for perhaps to stream the flower show, the flower fund at the statues. So if I do that, that'll be my only live for the next day or so. And Mr. Man for 100 saying, what's one more for the fun? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Actually, thank you so much. In fact,
I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Thank you, Mr. Man. Truly appreciate that. I think we're over almost 900 right now. 900 for the flower fund. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Thank you so much, guys, for that. I'll be getting some fucking real nice flowers tomorrow. Real nice. Don't you guys worry. Always the chaos in the rain, or Ali as a new member. Welcome. Oyamada. Flower fund check for 10. Kid Loco says, Batandre now? Bite for the bat. Nos is Bat Andrew. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can set a good sign and send some love to Korea. And at this rate, with the amount of flowers I'm going to buy, it's going to be massive. So it's going to be huge. You guys are going to get a photo. We're going to circulate it. More flowers. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to open up a flower shop fucking here with what's going on from America to Korea. Thank you guys so much. And I'll tell you what, if you guys after the stream, because there's going to be somebody doing replay, I will just set on my Ko-Fi after this. I will set that as like a flower fund. So if you guys send money to my Ko-Fi, which is over here at Ko-Fi / Andrew Esquire, I will get that anything in here, any above and beyond this goal, because we've already hit the goal. Anything that comes in here for the replay warriors, because you won't be able to super chat. If you're on the replay, you're watching the replay, and you donate over here, I will give that into the fund. So anything that comes over there will go to the flower fund. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being like this. Bam Blizzard said, I offer 1 tulip to Korea. Thank you. Layla says for the flower truck too. Thank you. And Kirov gave 5 legal mindset memberships. Thank you so much. Guys, let's let the Johnny Somalis and the Nijisanjis of the world rot in their own misery, because we, the people over here, know how to be happy. We know how to be loving. We know how to be compassionate. And these people, the only thing they know how to do, the only thing they can do is...
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yet you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard.